What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about the Fantastic Four, but it's not this Fantastic Four. You thought that you're going to use the old OG Fantastic Four characters in the new arena team. Well, you're wrong, it's not going to be the case. So unfortunately, we had this video dropping on YouTube a few hours ago, and the worst news you could expect happened. We're going to have Pablo Pascal in Marvel Strike Force. If you needed more reasons to stop playing Marvel Strike Force, well, there you go. Scopely gave you another one. They literally put this disgusting person, Pedro Pascal, on the freaking game. And we have a very questionably looking Human Torch, which we don't even have to say why, right? Why we have this into consideration. And we also have the Invisible Woman. And of course, Invisible Woman is going to be the girl boss of this team. She's going to be a massive brawler, clapping all the damage against your opponents. And that makes sense based on what the movie is about. The movie from the MCU about the Fantastic Four. I'm surprised that we still don't have the female Silver Surfer in Marvel Strike Force. And as I heard, I'm not sure if it's true or not, you guys let me know in the comments below, but the species of the Silver Surfer, it's actually the woman that has a penis. So it's like seahorses. Yeah, the woman, she does the thing to the man. And that makes a lot of sense that if you think about it, because once again, we are talking a movie where Pedro Pascal is. So it makes a lot of sense. And the Human Torch for reasons. But there you go, we have the new team announced. So this is going to be an arena team. And of course, people are wondering already, oh, what about my Professor X? What about my Mephisto? What about my Null? What about my Odin? What about my Apocalypse? Don't worry, guys, because they mentioned in this video that you actually don't have to worry about that, because this team is actually trash. And you are going to use like 3 characters, maybe, if that's the case. And then you're going to use your typical legendary or mythical soup. And this is specifically because they put counters on their kits to stop exactly those counters, right? So the characters, the mythical characters and so on, these characters can only beat them because they have specific lines on their passives that stop mythical characters. And this is why like Marvel Strike Force is getting into such a ridiculous points that they have to come with the biggest bullshit reasons ever to stop characters from doing their abilities. Because they gave insane powerful abilities, like we saw with the Illuminati, and we are at this point in the game. So there you go. We're going to have 3 new characters. Frankly, Richards is one of them, and it looks ugly AF, to be honest. And in terms of the characters that are going to get the rework, it's Johnny Storm and The Thing. But they mentioned in the video that Johnny Storm is going to be trash, and the thing, the only rework that he had was that he updates the stats. And because of the stats update, he does massive damage against your opponents. Was it with overpowered? Was it without overpowered? How did you test these characters to tell us that, oh, massive damage from the thing passive? Wow. I can only expect that massive damage, right? Especially based on the things that we saw in the past. You really can't expect much, let's be honest. But okay, so we have Ricardo, the developer, not the Ricardo that we like on this channel, other Ricardo, but this guy is working for Scopely for 7 years, and the team that he worked on for the first time, it was the Vigilantes. I'm not sure exactly how that does make any sense. How can you work for a company for 7 years, and the last team or the team that you worked on or something, it was really hard to understand. It was the Vigilantes, which is a team that was released like 6 months ago. So I feel like this was scripted in a way to give us some credibility, but at the same time, not really. And nothing against the guy, like he was well-spoken and everything. But the conversation, I'm not sure. What happened to the ballsack guy? What happened to all those legends that we had in the past in Marvel Strike Force? Did they all disappear? Did they all retire? Did they all got kicked out of Marvel Strike Force? Or they got out by their own feet? That's what I really want to know. Those guys, Matt Sheets, the ballsack guy, those guys were absolute legends. There was another one, I don't remember the name, but I really wonder where those guys are at this point in time, because we have not seen them for a while. So they announced the new Fantastic Four. Once again, they mentioned that the thing is great because of his passive. The passive does like retaliation damage, and the new stats update. They're already putting him as a striker. Okay, I guess single target damage striker. Yeah, that's going to be very useful for sure. He can apply trauma now in all game modes, which is definitely helpful. But what about his speed? His speed used to be absolute trash, even on the new Avengers. And they say that his team is also going to be useful in Alliance Wars and Cosmic Crucible, but of course not going to be not a top team. But maybe you can still mix and match some of these Fantastic Four characters with the new Avengers or something like that, and give some extra juice for the thing with extra speed. That would be definitely interesting for sure. Now, in terms of the Human Torch, they mentioned right away, like, bro, this guy got shafted. No one likes him. We don't like him for reasons. No one likes him for other reasons as well. He went from Giga Shad to absolute soy boy. And yeah, like I said, no one likes him. And it seems like the developers don't like him as well, because he's the first character to get kicked out of the team. How is this possible? How is it possible that the Human Torch, after a rework, becomes absolutely useless once again? The thing, at least, we used him with the new Avengers, and now we have the Human Torch, absolutely useless. I really don't understand. Like, Scopely does not understand that people want to play with their favorite characters. People want to play with Spider-Man. People want to play with Captain America. Those are the characters that they recognize. I know at least 2 people that are the biggest Iron Man fans. Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about. And these people say, like, my favorite character is Iron Man. I started playing because of Iron Man, because of the Avenger movies and so on, and I can never play with Iron Man. Doesn't Scopely understand that at least once a year you should rework like 5 of those iconic mega characters so people stay around with the game? Because if you're going to keep, like, who do you prefer, Captain America or American Chavez or Echo or whatever? Like, most people that are in the age group to play this game will not play it because of it, because the characters that they like keep being pushed down the drain, while the characters that you don't really prefer, they keep floating because you eat too much fiber, and now they are floating at the top of the water, right? So this is the case where, once again, Marvel Strike Force, Scopely Boundless, makes the executive decision to once again make everyone angry about this. So Human Torch with this very, very weird looking. I'm not sure who's gonna use this skin. I hope they offer these skins, because if they're gonna sell these skins, I'm gonna vomit, because let's be honest, that's the only way you can feel about it. And it's not Scopely paying attention to the massive media outrage that is going on regarding with this movie, because no one is happy about how they are portraying these characters. But we'll see. We'll see if it's gonna be another flop from Disney and Marvel or not really. Moving on, we have some more pictures of the amazing Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic MCU, and yeah, he really looks like the guy. He kind of looks a hybrid between Pedro Pascal and what's his name, Pathfinder, which is definitely not a compliment. We have another striker, yikes, and he's at 1.3 million power with only 1 diamond. I'm surprised that we don't see yet the overpowered level 12 and the ISO weight level 5. This is something that maybe they could have leaked a little bit early. So I was really surprised about that. That means that maybe the ISO weight is coming in like 2 months or so, or maybe 3 months. Definitely later than I was expecting. But this guy is going to be the support character. Yes, the mother of the family, the support character is going to be Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic. And the animations are absolutely ridiculous. Like, what the F is this? Absolutely insane. Look, I even get sick. There was this animation, he's rolling sideways. I'm not sure how these people thought about that. He's rolling sideways. Do you even know how do you call it, a cylinder? I'm not even sure how to say this in English. But they made him roll on the sides, which is physically not possible. It makes no sense. It's like you try to roll a triangle or something like that. It's just so fucking dumb how they are able to do this. Like, who are the people designing this? It's so ridiculous. Or they made it as a joke or something, but this guy is rolling in the wrong direction, which is absolutely insane. But once again, it's the next level effort that Scopely gives to this game. So beyond that, we have Invisible Woman. She looks okay. She definitely looks like a girl boss. Like we mentioned before, she's a brawler. She's the one that is going to do the big damage. She's the one that is going to be part of the arena meta. Besides the other two characters, I'm not really sure it's going to be the other. I guess Mr. Fantastic. Okay, so Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and then the kid. And yeah, so we'll see. She has some interesting animations. She has some invisibility that you actually stop. I apologize. I'm still very sick. So Invisible Woman, she has some invisible animations where you actually stop seeing her. And besides that, we received some big explosions. I guess she's going to be displaying powers like Jean Grey. And this is something that we have known that Invisible Woman can do, is using their force fields to deal damage, which is, of course, a possibility with them. And that's pretty much it for the OG characters. And then we have one full new character, not represented in Marvel Strike Force before, which is Franklin Richards. Now, this is the weird Alpha Gen Z or whatever Franklin Richards. I really hate this version of the character, to be honest. It's another teenager with some problems or so. He has black hair. I was doing research why he has black hair. Is Franklin Richards a son from Dr. Doom or something? No, it's actually not the case. He dyed his hair. He dyed his hair. Someone that can manipulate the universe at the molecular level or whatever, he dyes his hair. Of course, because that makes total sense. Of course. The mother is blonde. The father has brown, light brown, ginger hair, maybe, who knows? And of course, the kid has black hair. Once again, this is because he dyed his hair thanks to L'Oreal rather than his amazing mind-bending or, how do you say it, reality-bending power. So it's really interesting. But yeah, this guy is going to bring a new debuff and buff. Debuff. It's a new debuff to the game, which is silence. And when you apply silence to the enemies, they cannot apply negative effects to their own enemies, for example, your team, and apply buffs to their allies. And on top of that, so it's a kind of a disrupt, right? It's a kind of the disrupt in terms of negative effects and in terms of positive effects. And at the same time, he stops characters like Thanos, characters like, I guess like Thanos, from clearing positive effects. So this guy is going to be a centerpiece to stop Thanos in Cosmic Crucible from doing his passive attack where he clears all the positive effects. So if this is something that you're suffering with, well, you're going to have another bullshit mechanic in Marvel Strike Force to stop that specific one situation. They're like, what? You have Silver Sable, you have Thanos in game, and you have like maybe another character that has this mechanic. So there you go. Now you have Franklin Richards that are going to counter those characters specifically. And of course, it's going to be important for Arena, well, because Thanos was part of the previous Arena meta. And usually when we have these Arena teams, they benefit the most new players. Beyond that, we had some more bullshit about this new negative effect. It was really confusing for most people. I have seen a lot of comments on Facebook, social media that they really don't understand. Once again, when you apply silence to your enemies, those enemies cannot apply negative effects to your characters, and they cannot apply positive effects to their allies, while at the same time, abilities that reduce the turns of your buffs, like Thanos Endgame, passive ability, and ultimate, they will not work. So keep this in mind. It's very convoluted. It's definitely something that Marvel Strike Force didn't need it, because it's going to be another brain fuck, let's say that, for most people to deal with, and they don't understand exactly what's going on. It's a negative effect that is so convoluted that most people will not exactly understand what the hell is going on. At the end of the day, it does not really matter because overpowered will break all this shit. So it doesn't really matter which negative effects you have. It doesn't really matter which characters you have. As long as you have overpowered, you are pretty much going to destroy any shit. And that's Marvel Strike Force for you in 2025. Beyond that, they don't make any other reference to anything that is of relevance. And that's pretty much it. So this is the new Fantastic Four team. Huge disappointment in my opinion. Johnny Storm, absolutely useless once again. They even gave him a camel toe. Now that I'm looking at it, they even gave Johnny Storm a camel toe, and that shows exactly where he is in terms of the meta and in terms of Marvel lore as a whole. The Thing is going to be the Thing. It's not going to do anything like he did in the past. And once again, the only characters that really matter, Invisible Woman, the Mr. Fantastic, Pedro Pascal, because of course he had to be the center of attentions, and then the Franklin Richards with his L'Oreal hair. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about this team, and as always, if you like information on these videos, make sure to share to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force videos, and I'll catch you guys later.